We are now about 4 minutes away from the targeted T0. Launcher is looking good and everything seems nominal so far. The launcher vehicle is now beginning to switch itself into terminal power. This is a huge step. But before it can go to terminal power, a few steps have to happen. One of which looks like just recently happened here. The launch is scheduled to take place in just under 3 minutes. The flight will be to a low Earth orbit. We will attempt to recover the entirety of the launch vehicle, and if everything goes completely fine, this will be the last flight of the year that we have and hope to complete successfully. I don't know what I'm saying. I do not have a script. Maybe I should write one someday. But yeah, so this launch attempt here is now scheduled for under 2 minutes. Man, time goes by fast, doesn't it? Everything is looking good so far. Oh, jeez, how much stuff did I put on this? Hello, Bradley. Long time no see. No, really though. Oh my gosh, what a great surprise. Oh my gosh. Welcome to the live stream, buddy. So glad that you could catch in. Alright, here we go. The launch is happening very shortly. Look at how fast the freaking heat spreads. Oh my gosh. Alright. We have the sound suppression system active. Yes. Yes. So, alright. 3, 2, 1. Ignition. And we have liftoff. Vehicle is now pitching downrange and is following a nominal trajectory. So far, so good on the flight test here with the IRRC launch vehicle. This is to test to make sure that we can be a fully reusable launch company. Oh boy. This rocket's a lot harder to control than previously. Hopefully it shouldn't be too much of a big deal as we begin to go higher and higher upwards through the sky. We're now beginning to pitch downrange for the final time using the first stage booster. On its way to space. We are now beginning to come up on the next major milestones, which will be stage 1 shutdown, stage separation, and second engine start. Miko, stage separation confirmed. And there we have all major events successfully complete back to back as planned. Coming up now, we have confirmation of fairing separation, and we have confirmation here soon that we will be having our final the final burn, or the second stage cutoff 1 will begin here shortly. This will happen once we can confirm that we have a stabilized enough orbit. Alright. The next major event that we will be seeing here is the relight of the first stage in preparation for the landing burn. This burn here that we will be having is the re-entry burn, and will begin once we re-enter the Earth's atmosphere in order to allow us to slow down enough for a stable landing burn. As you can see here, as you can see here, the Griffins are deployed fully on the launch vehicle, Goal's first stage. These Griffins are a very, very important part of the mission. Coming up now here soon on the relight of the first stage. And there we have confirmation of relight on the first stage. Getting ready now for re-entry burn shutdown. And we have confirmation of the entry burn shutdown complete. The Griffins are now returning the launch vehicle. At this point, we have flags deployed on time, and we will now begin to attempt to land the first stage. Not just will we attempt to land at the first stage, but we will also be attempting to reuse the fairing halves for this mission. We have attempted to land fair calves before, but sometimes we can't. We hope that this time we will be able to reuse our fair calves on this mission. Alright, here we go. Unfortunately, we have failed to recover the first stage. On to the next major task, which will be to attempt to recover the fair calves here. Alright. Fair calves are probably going to be the toughest one to recover. Actually, it looks like we're doing pretty dang good. They're slowing down, which is obviously a huge plus and a major benefit, indeed, with fair calves such as these, is that they will slow down quite a bit. During the re-entry phase, as these guys are extremely aerodynamic. Coming up now, though, we will have the parachutes deploy on these vehicles here, allowing them to... yeah. Alright, so the fair calves have survived re-entry, except for... Alright, there we go. Confirmation that both fair calves have survived atmospheric re-entry. Oh boy. Alright, the fair calves are now ready for the recovery attempt. And we lost one. One fair calf has failed to be recovered. That's okay, as long as we at least get to recover one fairing calf from this mission. That's all that matters. So due to how slow the game works, normally, we're gonna have to do a time warp right about here, and allow the fairing calf to be recovered like this. Successful recovery on one fairing calf of this mission. Now, gotta find out where the freaking heck the most recent launch is. I think this is it. Yep, we found it. Alright, we're good. Alright. Now we can put it in a near parking orbit, deploy the probe, or the ScanSat, ignite the engines, deploy the panels, complete all of that. And unfortunately call it a failure due to the lack of a probe in the core somehow. At least recovery attempt is a fail. The actual probe itself is in a orbit, which is at least good enough for the mission of the ScanSat. Satellite, now it just has to be put into a parking orbit. Alright, and with that, the satellite is now in a stable orbit. This completes the mission and the webcast. Thank you for tuning in. We hope to see you guys for the next mission webcast.